This is DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
Today I'll be talking about femoral nerve entrapment.
And I don't know if lasers truly work.
So we're going to find out about that. And after that, we'll pop in a bottle and see what comes out. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
Okay, Bree, what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm well.
I know we took last week off because it was Thanksgiving. Did you eat a lot? Because I know I did. I gained like 10 pounds. I always gain 10 pounds, I feel like.
Yeah, and we did this chicken instead of a turkey. And we just did this like French recipe where it was coated in like 5 sticks of butter.
Ooh, that sounds
It
amazing.
was awesome, but very calorie laden.
Um, we drank probably 4 or 5 different bottles of wine over a period of 6, 7 hours because it was like the 3, 4 of us. It was his mom, his uncle, Michael, and myself, and it was just very small. We went to Mel's Diner, which was yummy. I've never been there before. It's in Naples, so I would save that portion for our favorite restaurant or happy hour of the week
You went there for Thanksgiving
for
dinner?
Thanksgiving
Oh,
dinner.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. I assumed you did at home. All right, so you want to talk about lasers? Or you want me to go first?
How about you go first, and then I will dive into the world of lasers.
Okay. All right. So in the rehab corner, I'm talking about femoral nerve entrapment. So this is pain in the front of the hip and leg. So I wanted to bring this up because I just feel like the hip flexors take a lot of blame for any kind of pain in the front of the hip. And although hip flexors tend to get tight, especially anybody who works at a desk, I just think it's sort of overdiagnosed, right? When you hear out the patient and they're like, "Oh, the front of my hip hurts," is your first thought hip flexor?
Hmm. No, not
Not
really.
really. It used to be mine, and I know a lot of
Oh.
physicians will, I'll get a lot of scripts like hip flexor tendonitis and look at it like this is not hip flexor. Anyways, so the femoral nerve is a branch of nerves, comes off of L2, 3, and 4, wraps around the side and into the front of the hip, and then passes down into sort of the groin area and then down the medial side of the leg and turns into the saphenous nerve. Sometimes it gets snared by something. Sometimes the ligament of the pelvis, the inguinal ligament, can press on it. Iliacus, which is one of the hip flexors, can kind of pierce through it. They can get strained in the adductor canal. A lot of these things are from, maybe tightness or restriction in an area. But the problem is, stretching the hip flexor is not always the answer. So let me talk a little more about symptoms. So anytime you have a nerve being compressed, it can give you pain, numbness, tingling, and motor weakness anywhere in the distribution of that nerve. So for the femoral nerve, that's your quads, it's your adductors or groin muscles, the muscle called sartorius, and then if the saphenous nerve is involved, it would be for the medial calves or shin area. So this also there's a high correlation between this and abdominal surgeries and any kind of hip surgery. So that's just a sort of frequent complication. And there's a test for it. It's called the pro knee bend test. So if you lay on your stomach and you bend your knee and then lift your hip up, so really lift your leg up, if you get sort of tension with that, different from muscular tension, that could be a sign. You have to be careful with that test though, because you can get a false positive. So it's always good to test, the uninvolved leg and the involved leg and see if there's a difference because stiff quads are pretty common. And if that's positive, there is a what's called a nerve glide or nerve flossing you can do, which is similar to the test position. You lay on your stomach, you lift your leg up like a hip extension, straight leg raise, and simultaneously drop your head down. So, okay, let me back up a second. You're on your stomach, you're propped up onto your elbows, and you want your leg and head to move opposite. So leg goes up, head goes down, leg goes down, head comes up. All right, and you want to keep that pain free. All right, because the nervous system is one entire continuous system. Starts from your brain, turns into your spinal cord, and that then into your peripheral nerves. So your head movement can change the sort of dynamics of the nerve. I did do a blog on this recently, and I have links to videos on how to do that because it's kind of hard to describe through audio. So that's what I have for you. Hip flexors often are tight, but are not always the answer.
You know what? That sounds amazing, Chris.
You always say that.
I mean, everything does sound amazing. I mean, I'm still like in awe of how many different, I mean, just in general, as a nurse practitioner, I see different People come in with similar things, but some things are exactly the same, very textbook, but then you always get that one or two patients that is like, wait a minute, that's not it.
Hmm.
And it always amazes me how most physicians or different practitioners treat everything the same because they see it so many times day in and out. It becomes very routine,
Hmm.
but it's very fun when you do get that unicorn or that
Yeah,
zebra out the bunch.
yeah. That's what inspires me to blog and podcast is those unicorns.
Yeah, me too.
That's always how I choose my topics. So if you hear me talking about a topic, I probably just saw a patient with something like that going on.
And usually my stuff comes from inspiration as well. And I'm just kind of like, oh, that's really neat. Like the reason why we decided to talk about lasers in your weekly dose of BS this week is because my knees are killing me ever since the wedding. And we had that, 3, 4 day of dancing, fun, family. My right knee has not been the same. It is very medial and is every single time I try to exercise now, do squats, run, anything, it starts throbbing and I get the sharp pain. I started treating myself with the Summus Laser that we have at our office, Synergy Health, and it has changed it from me being able to do maybe 40% of the workout to about 80 to 90% of the workout pain free. I want to know if any listeners out there has either tried the laser or a laser therapy and if they feel like it works or if it's just a bunch of crap. So this is more of an alternative type medicine. It's not your traditional, let me give you some pills, let's do some surgeries, let's do some x-rays or anything like that. This is a treatment that takes maybe 3 minutes. You come into the office. It's called a cold laser. Um, it is FDA cleared for therapeutic treatment and it uses the power of the laser's energy to reduce inflammation and pain in your body. The laser also, which I think is amazing, increases the blood circulation, which promotes natural healing abilities, including regeneration of tissue. That is what I love about it. Because, like I said, I'm not always about pills. I think it's the worst thing for you. There are pills out there that are very beneficial, but you don't want to mask the symptom because if you mask it and you think you're better and then you go and work out, guess what's happening? You're damaging your body even further. Treat what's going on. Sometimes it's just rest, letting your body heal on its own naturally is great. I think it's the best medicine. Not everybody has time to rest. So this laser, I feel like gives you a second treatment option besides rest that can help promote healing naturally. So, if you want to know if you're a right candidate for the Summus laser, it's pretty much anyone that has chronic inflammation, pain, soft tissue damage. Now, if you have a skin condition, like if you don't know if you have skin cancer or anything like that, I would definitely consult with your PCP or your dermatologist first. And I don't know if you have a tattoo around the area or on the area that you want treated, if it's the best idea. Sometimes any type of laser can mess the tattoo up, it can mess with the ink. Um, and then how many treatments do you need? It depends on the person. I usually tell my patients between 4 to 6 treatments, and then we'll reevaluate and either add more on or we'll just say it's not for you. And then, is the laser safe? This laser is totally safe. So, what it does powerful waves of laser energy into the deep tissue without harming the skin. That's the main thing. This laser cannot burn you. That is what people need to know. Um, so, do I feel like the laser works? I do. When I have an issue with my knee, I'll do 3 to 4 treatments within a week, and I feel totally fine. I feel great afterwards. Um, but the main thing I need to pretty much realize is I need to watch how I bend, squat, and be more aware of what's going on. And I also probably need to get arch support shoes because that's probably why I'm having all these issues in the first place. But
We'll have to do a podcast on just that alone, right there.
I think that may be in a couple weeks. We are just so excited about what happened. Oh, let me stop. That is all I have for you for your weekly dose of BS. But we are very excited that we're about to wrap up our first season.
That's right.
Dr. Chris and your favorite nurse practitioner with popping bottles. It's almost the end of the year, you guys. We are so happy y'all decided to be with us and listen to us, and we can't believe the amount of support that we're getting. Um, but I feel like now it's time to open up a bottle
Sounds good to me.
and we'll see what comes out.
Let's do it. Okay, Bree. So, what are you drinking this week?
Oh my goodness, I am back on a cab kick. So I am drinking Robert. Is it Robert? No, it's Michael Mendot. It's Robert's brother. I think I've had this one before. It's from Napa. Has a really cool bottle, but it was the only thing in our fridge. So this is what I'm drinking tonight.
Only thing in your wine fridge? I don't buy that. You got a big
Mm.
wine cellar. I've seen it before.
I was like, I have a cellar, but not the fridge.
Fridge.
The
Gotcha.
fridge is in the kitchen.
All
I was
right.
too lazy to go to the cellar.
How is it? Is it tasty?
Oh yeah, it's so good. It's one of my favorites.
Well, I just poured a fresh glass of the Outlander Cab. I got it at Aldi, so I'm a little skeptical. I haven't tried it yet. Let's see how it goes.
We'll taste it because I love that show, Outlander.
Tastes like a rubber tire.
Oh no.
Maybe it just needs a little air. We'll see. But it was like $8, so whatever. Every now and then you get
I
lucky with
mean,
those, but sometimes you get really unlucky.
maybe if you filter it, you know, those little wine filters, maybe if you do that.
Decanter. Yeah, I guess I could do that.
No, not a decanter, a filter.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have. We got decanters, no filters. So,
Okay.
anyways, what's going on in the world of Brie?
Well, nothing really this week for me to be complaining about. Thank goodness. I hate complaining, but we are still just working on life, trying to like get our house situated, buying Christmas presents. I'm like broke. I'm sure everyone else is trying to buy and make sure everybody's happy. Um, but that's about it. What about you?
I'm excited to announce I'm first place in my fantasy football league, which has never happened in my career in fantasy football. I know you don't care
Oh
about that
my
at all, but
gosh.
I feel like the world needs to know because the funny thing is I totally do not deserve to be in first. It's pure guesswork, and
Because you
it's
probably don't even watch football.
I watch some. I'll put it on the background until my wife says turn it off.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so what else is going on?
So what's going on? Well, my brother's supposed to be coming here from California next week, but it looks like California just announced some sort of travel restrictions. So I'm not even sure if he's gonna be able to go. So
Oh,
this week,
that's so sad.
yeah, I'm not sure if they can force him not traveling. I think it's just for non-essential travel is they're being advised not. I don't know. I don't know how it plays out, but hopefully he can make it. This whole year has just been ridiculous and crazy, and I'm just
Well, hopefully he can make it and
over it.
stay at least 2 to 3 weeks so he can enjoy time with the family.
Well, I'm kind of hoping he comes here and then gets stuck here, can't go back.
Mm-hmm.
Selfishly, but I mean
I
that's
would be
it's
the
so
same way
crazy.
with my
It's like
brother.
that's like totally a possibility now. It's crazy.
I
So,
mean, I wouldn't say stuck, but yes, he might be have to stay down here for a couple more days than what he had planned.
especially coming out of Florida. All right. So, are you ready for some common sense questions?
Yes, let's head over to that section.
All right. So, how did the boy kick his soccer ball 10 feet and have it come back to him on its own?
Oh, we did this one before. He kicked it up in the air.
Yeah, okay. I was afraid we did that one. All right, so skip that one. All right. How could a man go outside in the pouring rain without protection and not have a there's a typo there, not have a drop and not have a hair on his head? Okay, sorry. Let me read that again. How could a man go outside in the pouring rain without protection and not have a hair on his head get wet?
How could a man go outside in the rain without protection and not have a hair on his head get wet? He was under he was on a porch.
Well, then you're technically not outside yet.
Yes, you are. If you're on the porch, you're outside.
All right, well, that's not the answer.
Oh, well, they were not smart enough. A porch is outside. Um, you're in a car.
You're smarter than these questions. And that's not the answer either. He's outside
um,
in the pouring rain. He's in the pouring rain.
he's in the rain.
Yeah.
He has an umbrella. Oh wait, no, that's
Without
protection.
protection. Yep.
Um, he's bald.
There you go. Nailed it. Nice. Impressive. Did you Google it?
Yes.
I don't think I would have gotten that one.
Yes, you would have. It just takes a second.
Yeah. All right. Good job. Well played. All right. How was it possible that every single person in an airplane crash died, but two people survived? How was it possible that every single person in an airplane crash died, but two people survived?
So everyone is in an airplane.
Yep, every single person dies.
Every single person dies. They got brought back to life.
Nope. Every single person dies.
Yeah, if you die, then you can die for a second, then get brought back to life.
But
Technically.
every single person dies.
Oh, you emphasize single. So the people that are married
Yeah, you got it.
survived.
Yep, the two survivors were married.
Yes.
All right. What breaks never falls, and what falls never breaks?
What breaks but never falls, but what falls but never breaks.
Yes.
What can break? A bicycle.
Well, a bicycle can fall.
Mm, a car.
But it also has to be able to fall and never break.
Yeah, a car can fall
And
off a
not
cliff.
and not break.
You don't have to use the brakes.
Break. Good try that. I like that. You're thinking.
Let me see. Cut that part out.
Do you want a hint?
Do I give you hints?
No, you just let me fail miserably.
I swear I give you hints sometimes. What breaks but never falls, but what can fall and never break?
I'll give you a hint. Okay. Whenever these kind of weird questions, it's usually something non-tangible.
I know, I'm trying to think. Water?
Nope.
Because you can break ice, and that's still considered water.
You're overthinking it, I think. Okay, so this is something that happens every day.
I don't know. I give up.
Day breaks and night falls.
Day breaks.
And night
Oh,
falls.
yeah.
You don't like that one.
You can't have day fall? No, because it's
Well, I
nightfall.
still think that's an expression, right? The day breaks,
Yeah.
then the night falls.
Well, and one of them got me.
Yeah. Well, you did
I didn't like that
way
one.
better than I know you didn't like. I could tell by the hesitation in your voice or the hesitation you speak.
That was stupid.
So what else you got for me? You got a favorite restaurant picked out?
Yes. So, um, for the happy hour restaurant, we decided, like earlier, I said we went to Mel's Diner for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
And I have never been to Mel's Diner before, and I've always heard it. I've lived in Naples for about 3 years. But if you are new to Naples and you want, like, I hate to sound dumb, but like real diner food, like not like a fancy restaurant, but just to get good, delicious food for not so expensive, go to Mel's. It was so yummy. They had a special going on, like we only could pick from like a select menu. I think there was like 5 or 6 items on it. So I got the turkey and gravy with like the dressing and all that, and it was so yummy.
Hmm.
I told Michael I totally want to go again and check out their full menu.
Interesting. So, what made you guys decide Mills?
We could walk to it from his mom's house.
Was the one in Collier?
No, on Bonita in Bonita,
Oh, okay.
41.
Oh, I wonder if they have a decent brunch.
I don't know if Mel's does brunch, but I'm sure they do. I know. I think they do
They
breakfast.
must, right?
They
Diners are
do
kind of like
breakfast.
that's like their
They're
breakfast
like
joints.
24/7.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they have a good brunch. They have alcohol there, but I don't know if they have alcohol in the morning. Possibly. I got a glass of wine with my turkey dinner. It was so yummy. So I suggest that you check it out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So shout out to Mel's. I know there's two different locations in Naples. There's one also on 41, and then there's another one that's on Collier. Yeah, you did say Collier.
Hmm. Is it one of
So
those places when you ask for a glass of wine, they say, "Do you want like your options are red and white?"
I
Is it
don't
like that?
know. They actually have Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, do they bring
So
it over to you in like one of those little mini plastic bottles and pour it into the glass?
no, it was a glass.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Don't try to talk about Mel's.
I don't know.
One of my favorite
I
places,
had
though.
been to Mel's before, and I was impressed with their breakfast skillets. I think it was.
See, so you already know they have breakfast.
Yeah, I know. Just places like that, just usually skeptical of the wine list.
Oh, well, this one, I can't remember the name of the Pinot Grigio, but it was good because I was just like, I need something with this meal.
There was some place I went. It was like under the liquor or cocktail section, it was like wine, red, white. Check
Mm-hmm.
one so the waitress doesn't get confused. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
said. Yeah,
It's like the airplane.
exactly. Well,
Which
everything's getting
do
better
you
these
have this?
days.
Their wines are horrible,
Yeah.
especially now because they can't serve like liquor. So it's only beer and wine, and it's just like the worst.
How do you do flying, by the way? Are you a nervous flyer or are you comfortable flying?
I'm a nervous flyer. I have to take medication.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I'm on Ativan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I take medication to fly and I have to drink. It's really bad. So if you ever see me at the airport, if I don't speak, it's because I'm trying to talk myself down from jumping off the ledge.
Yeah, I used to be a nervous flyer, but I guess you just do it enough, you start to feel more comfortable.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Yeah, you guys travel a lot. I'm surprised you're still nervous.
Nope, I'm so
What
nervous.
is it like? A lot of people get nervous on like liftoff and landing.
I'm just nervous the entire time. Like it's the worst when we fly cross country or to Europe. It's like so many hours and it's just like this is never ending. Like this will not stop. Like it just keeps going and going. And the only time I get excited is when they're like, we're about to descend. And I'm like, thank God we're almost there. We're like almost done.
So is it a fear thing, like you might crash, or is it more of like
Of
a cabin
course.
fever? Like I just
No, it's
get you
like
out this
this plane's
place.
about to fall out of the sky.
Okay, yeah. I used to feel that way. I mean, I definitely like every time I talked about this with my wife. Every time we get in a flight, we always contemplate death. It's like
Yeah. Oh,
hard not to. But there's sort of like a letting go, sort of embrace. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down. There's nothing I can do about
I mean, if I want to die, I really want to die in my sleep. Like I want to go out peacefully. No pain. I just go to sleep and just don't wake up. That's like the way I want to go. I've thought about this a couple of times.
it. Yeah. Isn't it crazy that we're the only species on the planet that gets to die that way? Pretty much.
There dogs get to
Like,
die that way too.
well, yeah, because they've been like sort of humanized. But
That's
everything else like dies from somebody eating it.
so sad. And we're one of those people that eat it, but I won't get into that. Anyway, let's move on to your restaurant or happy hour of the week.
Okay. Not a happy hour place, more just a restaurant. So
Okay.
La Sorpresa, Cuban
Where's
restaurant.
that?
It's on the trail, so like East Trail, kind of south of the courthouse. So it's a Cuban restaurant. We
Oh,
got a lot of
geez.
them. Yeah, we got a lot of these in town, right?
Hmm.
But this one, their Cuban sandwich, and it's kind of the barometer. You go to a place. If I go to a new Cuban place, I'm usually gonna get the Cuban sandwich first. That kind of tells me, okay, this is high caliber or not. Well, this is definitely the best Cuban I've had in probably Florida, to be honest. I was gonna say south of Florida, but I used to live in Miami. I can't think of a place that had a Cuban as good as this place because I think they roast that pork like all day outside. Oh my God, it is juicy and delicious. So it's
Well, it
not,
sounds good.
yeah. I mean, if
I
you're
like
interested in
Cuban food.
sandwiches, you got to go to that place. It's amazing.
I'll have to check it out. It's just so far. I hate driving all the way over
I
there.
know. Just every now and then you end up in that area and you're like, well, think
Let me
Lhasa
try it
Fresno.
out.
Yeah, that's what I got. What do you
Perfect.
got?
All right. So our last segment is the good news of the week. It's always my favorite segment because it just brings joy and happiness in this crummy kind of world that we're living in right now. So this is from MSN.com. It's about this cute old man. He is a oh gosh, tongue tied, World War II veteran. He used to be a firefighter pilot, and he took to the sky on his 100th birthday. I love that. So apparently, his name is Harry Moeller. He flies every week. His birthday was in October, and he got to fly his plane on his birthday. And he's probably, which they said from the Guinness Book of World Records, one of the oldest pilots still flying.
Very impressive.
That's what I said. He started flying in 1942 with the Army Air Corps, and he served as a combat pilot throughout the war, including a stint with the Flying Tigers that defeated China from the Japanese. He was from Akron, Ohio, um, and he said he's just happy that he can still fly. He's just happy that he's able to like see and be with everything, and they hadn't taken it away from him because once you get up in age, they
Things
start
start going
taking your
away.
license and stuff away. um, Mueller says it's always great to thank veterans for their service, but he urges everyone to go a step and beyond and donate money to charities that benefits veterans, which I agree with. Um, so I thought that was kind of cool. Want to say happy late birthday to him, and that's it for this week.
Well, happy birthday. So would you fly a plane? Like if you had somebody who was like there assisting with the controls, would you try it?
No,
Is that a hell no?
no. I mean, I don't think they'll let me fly a plane because I have to take medication to get up in the air.
Yeah, probably not. Have
So
you
they'll
ever looked at the Guinness Book of World Records and read any of it?
actually, I have not.
You should. It's actually really interesting. I read some of it, and there's a guy. I'm not even kidding. And this is like years ago. I read this. So maybe his record's been beat. I don't know. But this dude, like he has his skill was he could eat stuff that you're not supposed to eat. Like he would break a light bulb. Please, nobody do this. Into small little bits and slowly over time ingest them.
I wish y'all could see my face. That is not medically sound. That is ridiculous that
Yeah,
someone would do that.
don't
Like that.
do this.
Do
Period.
not do that. That does
You
like
will
who
die.
to do that? That's weird.
Anyways, this guy ate a plane, like a small Cessna plane. He broke it up in tiny little pieces, and slowly over time ingested the entire plane.
That is a mess.
I mean, it's kind of cool to be like, I ate a plane.
That is not cool. That is
It's
a
well,
mess.
okay.
That is
Yeah.
called GI buildup. His ass is gonna be shitting planes. Excuse my French. Like that is ridiculous.
Yeah, I want to know like how long it took him. Probably was like 8 years or something like that.
Oh my
Like a little
gosh.
tiny piece of plane a day.
Like, and who actually like says, "Oh, I ate a plane"?
I mean, that's kind of cool to say.
It's not cool, Chris. Don't give him props.
All right. On that note, please, nobody try eating planes.
Don't eat planes.
All right. So,
It's
shall
not
we wrap
cool.
it up? What do you say?
Oh, I say we can wrap it up. So, guys, thank you again. We are going to be ending our season pretty soon. So, keep listening, keep subscribing. Please follow us on Instagram _poppin_bottles. And if you have any questions or any concerns, let us know. Give us content. We love it. So I feel like that's it, Chris.
Yep. We have a holiday special coming up, so watch out for that. We're not 100% sure what we're going to do yet, but I'm sure
That's
it'll
the
be
fun
fun and
part.
interesting. Yep.
You never know when we get alcohol involved.
Start talking about eating plates. All
Oh
right.
my gosh.
This is DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
And this is Poppin' Bottles. See you next week.
Bye, guys.